Rise and shine, family. All right, so this next video I'm going to show you is similar to the video where the woman throws the alcohol in the man's face at the Steelers and Ravens game, okay? I call that terroristic femininity because what she did could have caused many people to be harmed or even killed in that act. A lot of you guys said, well, it was just a beer. No, it's not just a beer. You should not be in someone's face attacking them in any type of way and expect them to just stay in their lane. You understand? Men and women have a social agreement where men are not supposed to attack women physically. Do not get in their face and provoke them. And men should not get in a woman's face and provoke her. You understand? And so I'm going to deal with this video. It's a very short video. So let me just break the narrative down for you really quickly. A guy sees a lady and her dog poops on the sidewalk. He goes to her to hold her accountable, to tell her to pick her dog's poop up. She doesn't like this at all. She gets in his face, screams in his face. And then what she does next is going to blow your mind. She doesn't throw alcohol on him. She throws the very dog's poop on the guy that he's asking her to move. Now, many of you guys, while you're watching this video, I want you to go inside of your head and ask yourself, what would you do if this happened to you? Would you weigh the options on whether it was a male or female, child or adult who literally just chucked dookie on you? What is she, a monkey? Ain't that what monkeys do? Throw shit at each other? Anyway, watch the video, family.
Pick up the old piece of shit. You want me to pick it up? Right, throw it on. I'll punch you in the face. You want me to? Oh! No! No! A woman shit.
Who the fuck is you? Good. Piece of shit.
So as you can see, she's screaming in his face, calling him an old piece of crap. Oh, you want me to pick it up? He's like, if you throw that at me, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Well, she threw it at him. He did swing on her too. But look at her after the fact, way over there out of the screen, minding her business now. Really similar to the woman that threw the alcohol in the man's face at that Ravens and Steelers game. Once she threw the alcohol in his face, she went from being all up in his face to now turned around watching the game, closer than the referees were watching it. It's amazing that when these women get these guys so angry and riled up, now they want to act like it's not happening. Once you do everything you can to get them there, now you don't want to see it. You understand? It's crazy. So anyway, this guy sees the guy throw a punch and he runs up full speed, looked like to stop it. In my opinion, he was probably running up to attack the guy because if you see a man punch a woman or attack a woman and you don't know what happened from that, you're likely running up to fight the guy, okay? Not to ask questions. I'm glad he didn't run up and hit the guy, okay? He did ask some questions. Apparently he didn't get involved into the thing. I appreciate that. But as you can see the poop falling off the guy. It definitely hit him. And a lot of you guys still might even say, well, it's only poop, he shouldn't care. Listen, y'all, let me explain something to you, okay? Poop is a biohazard, okay? Let me read this to you. It says, this can make people sick from salmonella, E. coli, and other infections. Pet waste is very toxic. The Environmental Protection Agency estimates that waste produced by just 100 dogs in 2 or 3 days or one weekend can contain enough bacteria to temporarily close a bay to swimming and shellfishing. Here's another one. Dog poop is more than just a gross, unsightly mess. It's an environmental pollutant and a health hazard or a human health hazard. When it's left on the ground, waste eventually breaks down and washes into the water supply, polluting our rivers, streams, creeks, and local waterways. So she didn't obviously care about everybody else by allowing her dog to just poop on the sidewalk. Now, anywhere else you take your dog to, I understand it. Bury it, or if it's on the grass, look, I guess it's food for the plants. But when you're on the sidewalk and there's other people walking by, this can happen, or they could simply step in it or even see it. I don't know what it is. We don't want to be accountable to our pets, but if you're going to take them to an area like this, please be accountable to picking it up. A lot of you guys are saying, well, he should have never told her to pick her dog poop up. Well, somebody has to tell her. She's obviously not being accountable to it. And as you can see, it's harmful to everybody for her to leave it right there on the ground. And we always say, if everybody did it, if it makes the world a worse place, then it's probably not right to do. And if everybody took their dogs out, allowed them to poop on the sidewalk and didn't pick it up, none of us would want to go down to the sidewalks. So let's kind of hold each other accountable. When someone comes up to you and says, hey, you didn't pick your dog poop up, pick your dog poop up. Is that really something to be angry about? Or are you going to let your worst self show and embarrass yourself and the other person because they asked you to do something you should be doing anyway? Come on, y'all, that is pathetic. She threw this crap on this man and expects this man to what? Let it happen? Y'all got to be accountable to the karmic trade that comes along with y'all's actions. You can't go around doing whatever you want to do. She's screaming in his face because he asked her to pick up the poop. Yo, it's your dog's poop. Do you understand how ridiculous this stuff is? Why is she trying that? So again, many of you guys always try to say, Kevin, you taking sides, you're going to come down hard on the women rather than the men. No, I don't care who does this type of stuff. It's not right to do. Anybody can look at this situation and see, come on, man, that ain't right. That's disgusting, yo. She picked it up with her naked hand. This lady's nasty, yo. I mean, come on, y'all. You won't pick the poop up normally, but you'll pick it up to throw it at somebody. It falls right back on the ground. What's the other people all around? What if it missed him and landed on other people? It's terroristic. You understand? We got to do better than this, family. We got to get to a place to where we don't violate people's boundaries. Because when you violate their boundaries, you don't know how they might respond to that. It may be adequate, and it may be way over proportional to what you did. Either way, they're going to do it, and you're going to be left in the dust trying to make decisions and judge what they already did to you. Leave these people alone. I just want to leave this with y'all before we go. Just something to think about, meditate on, okay? You know, we call, when a woman tests a man to see if he's going to stay in his masculine frame, we call that shit testing. Well, this is the ultimate shit test. And this is something to consider. Think about this. As ladies, I know you guys do these little things to see how the man will respond, but I want you to understand something. Even if he responds and handles it well, he will see you differently. So you see how this thing explained that inside of poop, it has bacteria and parasites, things that can weaken a person and make them sick overall. What I'm trying to explain to you is these little shit tests, they will weaken your relationship whether or not he handles it well. He will start to look at you differently. So the same way as that literal shit can make a person sick, if you keep shit testing him, he will eventually get sick of you. Do you understand? Those little things that you have did, those little shit tests have been like parasites to him, eating away at him, like bacteria to him, eating away at him. And he is starting to doubt you. And so he's going to look for a woman who don't do all of that. I'm telling you, what you think is good right now, it might get you the little attention you think you need right now. But I'm telling you, ultimately, men get tired of this and move on. I'm serious. When you have a partnership with someone, no one wants someone who's going to shit test them all the time and do these little hiccups that cause problems in their relationship. Now, in this case, this was a literal shit test. But I just wanted to give you guys that little tidbit. Think on that. Those little tests that you're doing will ultimately ruin your relationship if you keep doing it. I know it's boring if you don't have these, if you're not creating these type of scenarios, but find another way to entertain yourselves, because if your test is going to cause him to view you differently, is it really wise to do it? Sure, it tells you a lot about him, but to him, it tells him a lot about you. Peace.